So why does telling the truth get you kicked out of the Liberal Party?
What message is the Prime Minister sending to Canadians, particularly to young women, when he kicks out former cabinet ministers just for doing the right thing?
We have 18 strong women members of cabinet who lead every day on the big issues that matter.
And then there's the other side, Marcia, this whole business about the libel suit that Trudeau's threatening today. He sort of changed his tune a little bit, and he said that if Andrew Scheer stands up and says, yeah, I was kind of lying about that corruption thing, and apologizes for it, then the lawsuit threat will disappear. I would suggest to you we will have a 25°C sunny day in Ottawa today before that happens.
How serious are you about this threat to sue Andrew Scheer, or are you just bluffing?
I think it's important that all politicians be straight with Canadians in how they characterize their own actions and their own beliefs. I think we're going to have an election in the coming months. You can't be inventing things. You can't be lying to Canadians. And I think highlighting that there are consequences in short term and long term when politicians choose to twist the truth and distort reality for Canadians. It's not something we're going to put up with.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister keeps saying he's happy to meet with the Ethics Commissioner and answer any questions she might have, but he's really playing a game of political survivor by outwitting, outplaying and outlasting the Ethics Commissioner over his vacation to Billionaire Island. It's been asked 4 times already. I don't even know why I'm trying, to be frank, but I'll repeat this simple question. How many times has the Prime Minister met with the Ethics Commissioner?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, I'm happy, as should be any member of this House, to work with the Ethics Commissioner, answer any questions that she may have. I think that's important.
The Honourable Member for Barrie Innisfil.
What a charade, Mr. Speaker. This Prime Minister said he would stand up every Wednesday and answer every question that's being asked of every member on this side of the House, and he fails to do it. He's been asked 5 times today, Mr. Speaker, about the Ethics Commissioner. For the sake of my colleagues, I'll ask it again. How many times? 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 And how many times has he met with the Ethics Commissioner?
Losing time here. The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, Canadians expect clarity, they expect consistency, and when asked the same question, I will give the same answer. That's what Canadians expect. I will work with and answer the questions that the Ethics Commissioner and Conflict of Interest Commissioner may have.
He is being investigated by the Ethics Commissioner. How many times has the Prime Minister communicated with the Ethics Commissioner? Answer the question.
When asked the same question, I will give the same answer. I'm happy to work with the Ethics Commissioner on any questions she may have.
Time. How many times have you met with the Ethics Commissioner?
Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to sit and work with the Ethics Commissioner on answering any of the questions she may have. That's the kind of things that is important to Canadians.
How many times did the Prime Minister meet with the Ethics Commissioner with regards to the investigation into his trip to Billionaire Island?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I am happy to answer as many questions as the member's opposite have, but if they ask the same question, they will keep getting the same answer, that I am pleased to work with the Ethics and Conflict of Interest Commissioner to answer any questions that she might have.
And I'm going to try a different angle. A, was it 0 times did he meet with the Ethics Commissioner? B, was it 1 to 5, or C, 6 to 10?
Questions that she might have. The fact is, on this side of the House, we are focused on making investments that are going to make a difference in the lives of Canadians.
Could you please tell the House how many times you've met with the Ethics Commissioner?
Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to work with the Ethics Commissioner to answer any questions she may have.
His obligation is to be honest with Canadians. What's he covering up here? How many times has he communicated with the Ethics Commissioner?
Mr. Speaker. I'm pleased to work with the Ethics Commissioner to answer any questions that she might have.
So, just how many times has he met the Ethics Commission?
Happy to work with the Ethics Commissioner to answer any questions that she might have.
He is what he hides. So will the Prime Minister stop hiding the truth and show Canadians what he's actually made of, and tell Canadians how many times he's met with the Ethics Commissioner?
Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to work with the Ethics Commissioner to answer any questions that she may have.
How many times has the Prime Minister met with the Ethics Commissioner?
I'm pleased to work with the Ethics Commissioner and answer any questions that she may have.
Then Canadians want to know that as well. So I would suggest, if he wants to send Canadians the message that he has nothing to hide, that he answer the question. How many times has the Prime Minister met with the Ethics Commissioner?